Hello everyone, welcome to SportsKhabri with me Aradi and Rishi, and this is our daily podcast around the ICC T20 World Cup, and we've got a couple more surprising results. New Zealand, let's start with New Zealand, Afghanistan. Guys, wow, this World Cup is continuing to give. Afghanistan batted first, 159 for 6 in their 20. New Zealand bowled out for just 75. And yeah, I mean, so much stuff to talk about, so much stuff to discuss. This game was played in Guyana. Um, yeah, Rishi, dude, the question is, are New Zealand going to get knocked out in the first round?
Uh, that's a bit harsh to be honest. I felt Afghanistan bowled excellent, and these I feel New Zealand is a team that can actually, if anyone can bounce back from such a defeat. Like they have the players, they have the right, at least the mindset. It's not as negative as someone like a Pakistan. So I would expect them to not. You can't just say they are out. Of course, the loss was, it was bad. Like the way they let Afghanistan get away with stuff. The misfields, the catch dropped by Finn Allen, that was an absolute sitter, and the stumpings, the first stumping that Devon Conway missed, again the run out chance that he botched. All these are absolute basics that you're supposed to do. They were not even difficult ones. At least Kane Williamson's drop, you can say that okay, he himself jumped and caught a little bit of it. Like although he couldn't hold on to it, he got a little bit. So fair enough. That at least drops like that you can understand. But the others are just, they were very casual from New Zealand. It's not like, it was not characteristic of New Zealand to have such
Yeah.
misses. So I would like giving them that benefit of doubt and the quality of opponents that they're going to face. This was their toughest test, and they play them in the first game. So I feel in that sense, you can get that out of the way. You could see West Indies were also a little bit struggling against Papua New Guinea. So New Zealand have that little bit of chance against them, and they should get the job done against Uganda and Papua New Guinea. So I don't know how good are they to go all the way, or at least go be one of the favorites of the tournament. But I don't at all think that they are out of the tournament in the group stages or anything of the sort.
I mean, I'll tell you why I asked that question. We'll get into it a little in just a little bit. But Adi, dude, we knew that the Afghanistan openers, we all knew that they were banking on Ramanullah Gurbaz, Ibrahim Zadran, and they've delivered yet again. They haven't really been asked to get out of their shell, which has kind of helped them, I feel. But yeah, still, I think we have to give them a lot of credit for the good work that they're doing. Gurbaz at the top, Zadran, and then with the ball, this is the second time that they've done exceptionally well with the ball. And yeah, Fazalak Faruqi, another four for and a five for. What else you want really from your opening bowler?
Uh, first of all, congrats to Afghanistan. Great performance, beating New Zealand in that manner. It's generally unprecedented to see New Zealand play like that. Get bullied off by Afghanistan and lose in such a huge margin. But overall, when you look at the game, from my perspective, I think we're still overrating Afghanistan to a large degree. In terms of the batting, that's pretty much it. In terms of the bowling, I still believe they have a world class lineup of bowling, literally a world class lineup of bowling, especially the way Faruqi has been bowling and also Rashid Khan in the ranks of the bowling lineup. You can always, we've always known Afghanistan being very dangerous with the bowling.
Yeah.
But the batting, I just think they rely too much on their top two. And yesterday, it could have been, today morning, it could have been a different story if, the both openers got caught. All the catches that was dropped, by Devon Conway, one stump miss, and a catch, a very simple catch. There was no toughness in that to miss it. There's no reason for you to even miss it as a keeper. And also the run out, he missed the run out. And also there were two drop catches in the outfield. And if you want to include Kane Williamson, there were three drop catches in that sense. I think, and they would have been out, both the players would have been out in the first 20 runs of what they had scored. And then there would have been huge pressure on Afghanistan. And I still think from the first game, looking at this game, they rely too much on their top two. Apart from them, I don't think anyone else can bat in that team. I'm sorry to say that. But just no one else. I feel like Gurbaz has grown a lot because of his opportunities in IPL. He's the only one in their batting lineup who regularly is a pure batsman who bats in the IPL. And he doesn't face nobodies in the IPL. He faces bowlers like, Stark. Rana, Russell, Narayan in the nets itself. So imagine how much experience he's gained, and it's showing in this World Cup. He's been able to play beautifully in the past two innings, but he should have also been caught. And apart from that, even though Afghanistan is a great team in terms of their bowling lineup, very dangerous, very dangerous. You saw how you saw the first ball of Finn Allen. I mean, we've all been hyping up Finn Allen for the past 3 years, from us being an Arsenal.
Not all of us.
At least me, I know his,
Yeah. Yeah.
I know his talent. He's one of the best pure hitters, in my opinion, as an opener.
Okay.
And in the T20, he's dangerous. I can't tell anything
Yeah,
otherwise.
he's a good batter.
Yeah. So very dangerous batsman. And the way he got out was, I feel like their bowling lineup is brilliant. And like the thing with New Zealand is we made a fun of Pakistan, saying Pakistan's this that. I'm telling you, if you put Pakistan performance in New Zealand, what New Zealand did yesterday, I'm sure Pakistan would have exploded, because the way New Zealand played, it was horrible cricket. Fielding, like, easily the worst kind of fielding I've ever seen in the first 6 overs. Their wicketkeeper Conway, he's coming back from a huge injury, coming back
Yeah.
playing cricket and suddenly keeping is always a tough ask.
No, and I think it's been a really long time since I've seen Conway keep for New Zealand.
Conway
I
keep,
think that's another factor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I still think they could have maybe given Glenn Phillips, because he's just a natural fielder anyways. I mean, you can't expect someone like Conway to come and keep. I can't remember the last time. I totally forgot he was a keeper.
Don't they have Tim Seifert in the squad?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
sure with their batting lineup they would want to play him. Anyways, that's the thing. Like, when it comes to keeping, it was poor. The fielding on the outside was also poor, and yeah, I mean, the performance they had even on the bat, like, none of them could pick up the line and length of what Afghanistan plays. There's one more thing. You can see Afghanistan were more used to these pitches. This is the first time New Zealand have played together as this unit. I've not seen these guys play together in a long time. Like, I don't remember when last time Kane Williamson played in T20. And these guys play a lot of T20 games, but they always send a B team, C team around. So these guys haven't played together for a long time. And suddenly coming that in tough conditions in West Indies, it's not very easy. Remember, I said that they play a lot of T20 in New Zealand, which is totally different from what they're going to face outside.
True.
And I think that's where Finn Allen doesn't have that experience, because the first ball, he didn't pick the line and length. He just swung it in, and like you could see he completely missed the swing and then got out. So yeah, I mean,
Bro, you know that, like, it's cool. Like, first game New Zealand, you expect them to bounce back. Rishi said, and like, it's very uncharacteristic of them to lose
see,
this
for
match.
me, the thing with
Poor
New Zealand
fielding.
is it's actually tough, because you are already starting with a net run rate of minus 4.2. That's going to be huge. And
Yeah.
you can say in these pitches you can get it back in some other game, but again, it's going to be difficult for you to make that net run rate up. Even if they beat West Indies, and imagine that's a close game, and Afghanistan, West Indies go on to win the other games, you can still look at New Zealand going out of this group just based on the net
True.
run rate. So
But
that's one
Afghanistan
thing
has
to
to
keep
play
in.
West Indies one game, so
Yeah, but
Sorry?
what if West Indies beat Afghanistan?
Bro, but their net run is minus 4.2. Like, I've never seen
Yeah.
minus 4.2 as a net run rate in starting off in a T20 ever. And what if
No.
New
Yeah.
Zealand have close games? Like, even if West Indies lose closely to Afghanistan, or like if they beat Afghanistan, lose closely to New Zealand is still in a bad place, because they have to literally dominate the other two games for them to go through. So yeah.
No, that's true. Fair enough. And I think we have to discuss it. Adi's put it rightly, dude. Rishi, like, actually, even if, say, West Indies beat Afghanistan and New Zealand beat West Indies, New Zealand are still in trouble. Like, because
yeah,
all
that's
three
true.
teams will be on the same points, and these guys have the worst run rate. But
Yeah, that's
let's
true.
keep that aside.
Oh,
I
Rahul,
still feel
they
like
don't have Tim Seifert, by the way.
they
It's
don't have
Devin
Tim
Conway
Seifert.
there. No, wicketkeeper batter. I think their backup wicketkeeper is going to be Glenn Phillips.
Oh damn! And then they've some, whatever, their selection thing. But yeah, coming back to this, dude, if they lose to West Indies now, they're done. New Zealand are
Oh,
done.
yeah. Of course, of
Yeah,
course.
and
Yeah,
let's not act like it's not possible.
true. That's very much in the. Listen, we're not. See, I didn't say that. They're destined to go through, or their seat is booked. Of course, that was the topic when the groups came out. That when the fixtures were announced, when the when the groups were announced, that's all our predictions had New Zealand going through. But of course,
Correct,
that's not
correct.
the scenario anymore. But all I'm saying is that, of course, if New Zealand players manage to turn up, then this job is not, I feel, at least it's not entirely out of their hands, is what I'm saying.
Correct,
Because
correct.
I'm absolutely not convinced by West Indies. Because on they have a lot of on their day players who can, who can, they're the pure power hitters who can get you the quick fire runs. But if they are in trouble, I don't see a lot of them who can anchor an innings in.
Rishi, that's the funny thing. They just need one on their day. Now they just need to turn up on one day,
That's
which
true.
is which
That's
they're
true.
capable of.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
And they are playing again in. Oh yeah, they're playing in Taruba. They're playing Brian Lara Cricket Academy. That's again
Yeah,
in West Indies.
Trinidad. They go to Trinidad, I think, after this.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so yeah, if of course it's not a favorable situation for New Zealand to be in, not at all. It's just that with the players that they have, with the quality that they have, even of course the Finn Allens, your Kane Williamsons, none of them looked well. But Basewell came in, he too didn't look well. Or I'm just saying they have enough players. They have at least, if I were to bet on one team going through in this group after Afghanistan. See, at least right now we can come to the conclusion that Afghanistan are comfortably going through. Unless they
Yeah.
seriously
Yeah.
manage to botch up the next few games, they are going through.
Very
And in
true.
the
Yeah,
other
very pretty
games,
much true.
yeah, in the other games, I still think New Zealand should get the job done. Because, yeah, maybe it's just me not having enough faith in the West Indies players, them not playing maybe enough of the highest level T20 cricket, at least the top order batsmen for them, except Shea Hope and Shimran Hetmeyer and Nicholas Puran. I feel the others are still not, they were not even convincing against Papua New Guinea. And
Yeah, yeah.
you can put the same case for New Zealand, mind you. You can say that okay, none of them turned up for against Afghanistan. I still feel the quality of bowling that they faced against Afghanistan was a lot. The quality of Afghanistan, the bowling attack that Afghanistan had was just far more superior than West Indies, is what I feel.
True, true. That's true. But I mean, this is going to be interesting where this group goes. And just want to quickly point out another interesting thing. Noor Ahmed played instead of Mujib. So we'll see how that transpires as the tournament goes ahead as well. Adi, dude, this game, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, two bad teams playing. I just want to say, like, off the bat, in Dallas, it's literally, it feels like I don't think either team deserves to go through. They've been
That's
poor, both of them.
The
I just
greatest
really hope
cricketing,
Netherlands goes
the
through.
bro.
I
greatest
really
modern
hope
cricket
Netherlands goes through.
rivalry. This is, mind you.
Yeah, dude. I know, I know. But I just hope Netherlands goes through from this. 120 over 9 first innings. Badum Nisaka, the only standout, 47 or 28. They're just bad batters after that, I think, Sri Lanka. On the other hand, of course, Bangladesh have to make a game of it. They do it. They managed to even, like, a simple 125 chase, they complicated life. Liton Das, 36 of 38. But Ridoy was the only one again who really got going 40 of 20. What do you make of this one, dude?
Dude, I mean, to be fair, Sri Lanka, the way they batted, like, I mean, from the get-go, they were pretty aggressive in terms of their
Yeah,
openers,
yeah.
Nisarga and Mendes. They went pretty aggressive. Both the Mendes got out for cheap wickets. Can't help it. But the way Nisanka was batting, it was explosive, and it was go. They were for 8 overs, when they were 8 overs up, they were around 9.5 net run. I mean run rate, sorry, and they were going pretty good, aggressive until Nisanka got out. But to be fair, Sri Lanka with Nisanka batting, again, that's my point of game plan, using your head at the right time. It is as simple as that. Nisanka, the way he was batting, 47 of something, he didn't have to go and try. The way he got out, he didn't have to go for the six. He just swung the bat. Again, these pitches, we know it's tough to pick the line and length and the pace and the bounce, especially. So, like, he didn't have to
Yeah.
go there and just swing it. He was in a good groove. You could have just played the over up because he hit a boundary before that. He just went, hit it, got out because he was in that same zone. And after that, it's nothing surprising from Sri Lanka. I mean, I've told this a lot of times. I've seen this over the past 2 years where their top orders don't perform. I expect nothing out of the middle order. Like, I literally don't expect anything. Maybe Angelo Matthews because of his experience, but apart from him, this is what I've seen this from Sri Lanka over time. So it's
Bro,
like,
I expect nothing, bro. Bro, I
Yeah,
expect
exactly.
absolutely
Like
nothing from them.
I was
Zero.
not surprised after that, they crumbled. Because like the way they started, they could have easily scored 150 at least for minimum, bare minimum, even with the middle order they had. But again, Hasaranga coming up the order, him being the captain, the way he got out, I just don't understand it. I don't understand why he comes up so high in the order, anyways. Like if he's not able to bat
Yeah,
and
he's not even a
struggle,
good bat, bro.
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
understand what the deal is.
We can always send someone who can actually play through those. I feel like Shanaka could come instead of him in that same number because him coming early both the games and he's gotten out on the first ball both the games and him being the captain. If you're saying I'm the captain, let me come and play. Both the times he got out was for stupidly. Like I'm sorry to use a word, but it was actually stupidity. And him being the captain, he can't be doing these things, because already
Yeah,
Sri Lanka are in such huge trouble. If you're going to take responsibility, show that, back it up, right? To be fair, he did well in his bowling, but again, as a batting unit, you can't just do one thing. Come in the batting and just be however you want, bat however you want. And again, when I come to Bangladesh, this is the thing with these two teams. I don't know what to talk about them. I feel like both of them, it's like who are trying more hard to lose. That's how it works with these two
that's
guys.
true. That is,
Because
I
it's
swear.
like Sri Lanka, they screwed up 123. I mean 125. Bangladesh, they were in the seat to go easily chase it down. They lose 4 wickets continuously in quick fire, and now they were like in the pressure. I'm like, how are you guys both fighting against each other to like lose the game? That's how the game literally was. I'm not even
Yeah,
kidding. So like again with Bangladesh, it's also very tough for them to. No, I can't sit and say any of these guys are looking serious, coming into this tournament serious, trying to win it. To be fair,
that's
even I
true,
would
bro.
agree. Like
Which is
I'd rather have Netherlands go.
100% exactly. Which is why I'm saying I would rather have Netherlands go through from this group. Really, actually, dude. See, whatever, no matter the disparity in quality, Netherlands always they compete. Even with the squad that they have, they always have that thing to compete. They'll give their 100%. Much rather have a team like that than Sri Lanka or Bangladesh, who I don't know what is the problem. Honestly, it's an attitude issue. It's same thing with
Bro,
Pakistan.
it is an attitude. It's true, bro. With Bangladesh, it's
Yeah,
always been there. Like we can't do
bro.
anything
All
with
the three
Bangladesh.
Asian countries, like other than India and Afghanistan, the rest are literally they haven't had. There's a huge mentality problem there.
Dude, that's the thing. At least with Bangladesh, we know it's always been like that. But looking at Sri Lanka, it's become actually sad state for me because I actually had like a lot
Yeah,
of favorite players from Sri Lanka, and they were actually a team you could fear. Like
yeah,
they had legends, literally filled with legends. And now I'm sorry, but looking at Hasaranga being a captain, that itself for me is like, I don't know from where did Hasaranga become a captain? What is he doing there?
yeah.
And him being a captain, he doesn't look serious in terms of batting performances. Bowling again, give him his this thing. He's supposed to be the best bowler in the world in spinner in this format, especially. So you would expect him to perform well in that. But like again, I seriously don't know what their game plan is. How are they going to look at each batting matchup against the bowlers? How are they going to go through phases? There's nothing. It's just they come. Let's just do whatever we want. You try to score some runs. I'll try to score some runs, and then let's see
Absolutely.
what happens. Kind of cricket.
Recently, we moved to Ireland, Canada, and this one is a very interesting one for me because, bro, it's another result that's thrown this group wide open. It's given me more faith that USA will go through and Pakistan won't. Now, if USA beat Ireland based on how Ireland are going, Pakistan, I don't even know what to say. But yeah, thumbs up it is. What do you think, bro? Like this is, I mean, Canada batted well in that New York wicket, got themselves a good and very competitive total. I think scoring 137 on that wicket, and they backed it up with the ball, and it's been shocking batting again from Ireland. Like Paul Sterling, brother. Like if you guys are the captains of, I know you have one style which is do that, go for it no matter what. But dude, like a little like it's one you're chasing 137. Be there for your team.
I just felt like Canada assessed the pitch slightly better than Ireland. Going into the game, you could see that the ball it was not like the previous game pitch. It was bouncing a little bit more. And the thing is, if you bowled it up in a good length area, the ball is getting decent amount of turn. So it had everything. It just didn't have for the spinners or for the pacers. I felt
Yeah,
for the what happened to the Irish bowlers is the pacers are coming in. Josh Little is coming in. He's bowling he initially started off with the slightly shorter balls that seemed to cramp up the batsman. He should have taken the. They should have taken the review. That was a clear review. Like you're watching, you can hear from the normal TV camera itself. I don't know how they did not take up that review of Johnson. And then you see bowlers, Craig Young, they're all coming in and bowling up spinner's length, slightly short of full length. They're coming and bowling in. It's not even good length, and
Yeah.
The Canadian batsmen are taking full advantage of it. Because
Yep.
you see, whenever they were tested with the short ball, whenever they were tested with balls that are going into their body, they always gave their wicket away because that's how it was. The ball was almost spiking up, and I don't know why it took that long for the Canadian bowlers to like figure out that no, sorry, not Canadian Irish bowlers for them to figure out where to land the ball because it was the roadmap was there right from over one or two. You bowl it short, you bowl it into their body, you cramp it up. They're going to give their wicket away. Even there were a couple of chances where it was dug short, it was given to their shoulder length, and they chipped it in. They chipped it back into the air. It fell in no man's land, but still it was right there. And I felt
Yeah.
the Canadian bowlers, you see that, and then the next innings they're coming and doing that right up from the get go. You could see Jeremy Gordon. That's how he got Paul Sterling out. He bowled one right into the hips. Sterling was always going to go aggressive. He chipped it right into the air. And
Yeah.
then Hayliger also came in and got, I think in one over, he got Camphor and Delaney out in the same over. He got the exact same way. So I just feel that the Irish bowlers missed the trick in that sense, and Canadians just saw that and they were like, dude, like, I don't know what they were thinking, but we're definitely going to do this because it's working more.
Yeah, fair enough. And Ireland really put themselves in a bad position. Now it's pretty much done for Ireland. Let's just say that. And thank. I think the only thing they can do is stop USA from qualifying, and I don't know if that is going to happen. Um, Regardless, yeah, I don't know what as much else to say about Ireland. But when Dockrell and Adair finally started to get going, it was already too much.
Yeah, it was exactly.
It was a little too much for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it crossed the tens, dude. Like it was, yeah. But
And I
anyways,
mean, they seemed like in a good place, and then Ireland were getting back in the game in the Canadian innings, but then this Craig Young came in and started bowling again too full to Nick Curtin. That again
yeah,
blew them wide open. So it was just them not hitting the right area. I mean, I don't know how long it'll take for them to figure out, but by the time they figured it out, it was a little too late.
too late. Fair enough. And yeah, guys. Okay, quickly before we wrap up, you guys give me your predictions for these games. Netherlands, South Africa, Adi.
Netherlands, South Africa. It's going to be tough. Where are they playing exactly? Are they still going to play in US itself?
Netherlands, South Africa is
South
happening.
Africa is happening in New York.
Yeah.
Oof, New York. Wait, New York. It's going to be a tough one. I think it's going to be again in terms of toss. I feel I would back the person or the team that wins the toss. I feel like
Yeah.
this
But
is
now
going to be
you
a
have to name a
very
team.
dude. That's the thing. I feel like both of them, as I said, these pitches are going to make each team look very closely at the other team. So I would still back South Africa. Just again, I'm going to be like this always because of the quality. But honestly, again, Netherlands beat them in the World Cup, so you never know. It's going to be an interesting game. But screw it, I just say it. South Africa. I just going to back them.
Okay, South Africa. Rishi, I'm not coming to you with Netherlands, South Africa. Australia, England.
It's a bit. How do you judge a team without even having watched them bat? Like England. I don't know what to expect.
But you
from
know what?
England.
You know what you're going to get from England. You know the.
That's the thing.
You don't with these pitches.
Yeah,
You don't.
they're
You
playing in
can't.
Barbados.
That's true,
Rahul,
but
they were supposed to play the first game against Scotland in a turning track. That didn't happen. So
okay.
I mean,
Australia, England.
Australia they were not very comfortable. Warner, although he got to his 50, he was very slow innings, and it took a one-man show from pretty much a one-man show from Marcus Stoinis to get some runs on the board. I think England just about get through.
Okay. Adi, India, Pakistan.
Bro, if Pakistan wins, I think I don't know
What
what's
if
gonna
Pakistan
happen.
win?
I just
There's
don't know
no
what's
way
gonna
that.
happen. That's my point. Like, can we ever think this Pakistan team can beat India, bro? If that happens,
That's true.
I
that
mean,
is
see, unfortunately, they're backed into a corner. For them, it's pretty much
It's
you
do or
lose this
die.
game,
see
you
the,
you
Yeah,
you
it's do
might
or
as
the
die.
well
problem is
forfeit the
the problem is
games and go home.
Yeah, but the problem is they still have to play Canada, and
It won't
with
matter,
them,
Adi. If
no,
USA beat Ireland, it's over.
that is there for sure. But my point is, even if they beat India, I feel
Or
like
you
they,
think they'll lose to
yeah,
Canada?
that's my point. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like
No,
that
they're
match
capable of
matters
it.
more. That's my point.
They're
Like,
capable of it.
they'll beat India, they'll be in this huge high. They go towards Canada, they might be a bit more complacent, like, we've done it again, see this, that. And then they might lose to Canada. And the way Canada beat, I mean, a good, solid team like Ireland, you can never write them off. And I feel like
That's
it's
true.
very capable of Pakistan. Again, I don't want to be, like taking Pakistan, and this is a good quality side, but they can very much do that. I mean, losing your first game to US, winning against India, then losing to Canada is very, very much like what Pakistan can do in the frame of the environment they are in right now in their own cricketing, bubble. But yeah, let's see. I actually would like Pakistan to win only for this reason, but I still would still back
Yeah.
India to win tomorrow.
And Rishi, last one, West Indies Uganda. I think it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it's as much as I'd love for Uganda to upset West Indies. If that happens again, the group is blown wide open.
That's true. That's true. That's
So,
true. But
but again,
No, for me,
just
with these
being
pitches,
serious,
I feel
West
like
Indies go.
yeah, with these pitches, I feel like I don't trust any team now.
it's
I'm telling you, the
possible. But yeah,
only team I trust weirdly right now is India. I feel like India the only team who can play well in these kind of conditions over a period of time. Maybe teams like Australia, New Zealand, England, you'll all expect them to come through the second half of the tournament in
mm,
terms of understanding conditions. They'll get used to it, playing four games, etc. But right now, coming into the World Cup, I feel like I still even if you ask me what about England, Australia, I still think like they still can lose games. I can't tell like they're sure favorites to win it. Go even with New Zealand,
yeah,
we would all expected them to do well. Such a huge side. They've always been consistent in the World Cups, and then they literally got demolished yesterday. So like it's very tough for me with these conditions to even back anyone. I feel like one of the reasons is none of these guys have gotten used to these conditions for a while. They've gotten all these nice wickets where they've always trashed 200, 300 runs, very flat, you know, and coming to these kind of pitches, I think it's a sort of like a hit to them. Like, okay, now we need to play smart cricket. We can't just go this, power fire cricket we played in IPL. So yeah.
true, true, true. Well, exciting times to come. India, Pakistan tomorrow. But before that, a lot of exciting stuff as well. Australia, England, which is the big game. Netherlands, South Africa, I think will also be a good game. So keep your eyes out for these games, guys. Like and share the video. Subscribe to SportsKhabri. Thanks, Adi and Rishi, for joining. And see you